Welcome to Photoshop Chapter 3, using masks and channels. We're going to start off with Lesson 3.1, creating a layer mask and exporting to Zoomify. Why do we create layer masks, first of all? Well, what we want to do with layer masks, we're going to use them to hide or reveal certain areas of a photo so that we can see other things. For instance, the example I have here, I have these ROTC cadets, and they were in a parade, but I want to take them out of this background and actually put them on a patriotic background that I've chosen. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go to that background and I'm just going to drag it into Photoshop here. And I'm going to, because it's not quite the height, but I'm not worried about proportion here, so I'm just going to make it, drag it to fit, and then I'm either going to click my check mark or hit enter to accept this transformation. Now I have my background that I really want and my picture of the cadets. The problem is I've got to do a little switching around here to make my layer mask work out for me. First, because I have this background layer, I want to go ahead and just make a layer out of that. So I'm going to right click and click layer from background, and it's fine with me to call it layer 0, so I'm just going to hit OK. Now, because I have the cadets on the photo that I want, but I want them on this background, I'm just going to drag that background underneath my cadets because it needs to be on the bottom. Next, I need to select this layer with the cadets on it because that's the one I'm going to actually hide all of this background area. And when I hide it with a layer mask, it will show what I'll see is the layer underneath. So keep that in mind. This is like a stack. If if you're thinking in terms of a three-dimensional terms, it's like a stack, and if you're looking down on it, anything that I erase or hide on this top layer, I'm going to see what's underneath. So in this case, I'm going to see this background. Next, all I have to do is click on the layer mask, add layer mask button while I'm on the layer that I want the layer mask to be on. And it adds to, you see, just a thumbnail, a blank white thumbnail. And now I know I have a layer mask there. So when I do that as well, and I choose my paintbrush, now I'm going to begin painting, and notice your foreground and your background color are black and white. They're black and white because when I paint with black, I am going to hide, and when I paint with white, I'm going to reveal. Painting with a gray paintbrush is going to mask the layer slightly, so you'll have kind of a transparent look to it. But in this case, that's not what I want. I want completely, I want to hide this background completely. So I begin painting. And notice what I'm not seeing is black. What I'm seeing is that layer I have underneath being revealed because I'm hiding this area in the photo that I'm painting on. And so you just continue to paint all the areas that you don't wish. And oops, I made a little bad stroke there. But look, the good thing about a layer mask is even though let me blow that up so you can make sure you can see it. Notice how I accidentally painted over this cadet's foot. To fix that, I can simply go over to my toolbox and just switch the foreground and background colors, so I'm going to be painting with white. And remember, white reveals, black hides. So I just go over it, that area that I didn't mean to. I just had a slip of my finger with the mouse, and there you go. No problem. It's back. And then I can go switch back to my black and pick up painting, or rather hiding that background as I did before. Zoomify. What is Zoomify? Well, Zoomify, it's a neat little tool in Photoshop that lets you take high quality photos or images and zoom and pan for fast interactive viewing on the internet. So if you have a photo that you need people to be able to zoom into, see, and pan, then exporting to Zoomify allows you to do that. And the way you deal with that is you simply go to File, Export, and choose Zoomify. And when you do that, it opens up the dialog box, and from here you're going to choose your template. What viewer you want: the black, gray, white background, and then you have a Zoomify viewer with navigator, black, gray, or white. So you choose which one you want, and then you're going to choose your folder, and you just click there, and it's going to say, okay, where do you want to go? I'm just going to say okay, because right now I'm not really caring. And of course I can change my name. I can also have a variety of things here. Do you want, what do you want your quality to be? How small or large do you want the file? Right now, my quality is at maximum, and it's going to be a large file. I also have the browser options. It's going to show you the pixels, the width, and the height, and you want to make open in the web browser, you want to check that feature. Then you click OK, and your document will export to the location you chose in the output location area. You export to Zoomify, then you can put that upload that to your website, and it will give your internet visitors the opportunity to zoom in and pan on that image. Pretty much that's it. There's how to create a layer mask and how to export to Zoomify.